अगर तुम देखो
Okay, not cool. Benjamin. Oh, Ray Ahmed Mughal, what's up, man? How you doing? What's wrong, man? Wait, is this stuff okay? Has it switched? I tried switching it. Why is it not switching? I literally tried to switch it. Has it switched? Hold on. I must make sure it's just switched. Okay. It has switched now. How have you been? Koda. I am. What's that? What's the meaning of that? So, hope Breeze is found. Let's go. 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 So, hope Breeze is found. I was singing, bro. Like, what the hell? Okay, so we're trying to like understand. Or this and shit, so not bad. Let me look at this. Too many problems. Yeah. I don't know how we're so good. Yeah. I don't know how we're so good. Don't tell me that you love me if you ain't got that for me. You can say the fuck with mommy if you. Yeah. So how are you doing, bro? How are you guys doing? I just wanted to set up everything. I think it's cool now. I think it's cool. So what we are studying or what we are trying to learn now, we want to learn this FFmpeg for audio processing. At the same time, I think we shall also be doing a little bit of Rabbit MQ, which is going to be for asynchronous processing. Asynchronous processing, yes, that means some of the services can continue running while Rabbit MQ runs in the background, right? So we're going to get the producer and the consumer. So one service is going to be the producer and the other service will be the consumer. So we shall see how it goes. But yeah, that's the main concept of the entire live stream today. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Okay, so let's see. Let me see what next. Okay, so the overview of the entire thing is here. I don't know why this can just open. Okay. Well, this looks funny here, but it's okay. We have the upload audio here. We save the original file first to the local. Later, we can add S3 bucket so that we can just save the original file to S3 bucket straight, and then we can pull it or download it from S3 bucket and save it to our database, the URL as pending. Then from there, we can send it to Rabbit MQ and the consumer will be FFmpeg, which will process the audio. Now what FFmpeg will do will extract the metadata from the audio, which is the beat per minute, which is BPM. We shall also extract the duration as well as the bit rate, which is the sample rate of the audio, right? of the audio file. From there we can also generate the untagged version, which is 320 kilobits per second, which is the highest quality we can go with the audio. And at the same time we can also generate the tagged version, which is mp3 file that is going to be 128 kilobytes per second, and is also going to have voice tag every 30 seconds. Now I'm still debating whether I should make it to be every 30 seconds, or maybe let's say an audio is like, obviously most beats are like between 3 minutes or maybe 2 minutes or something, but the maximum duration for a beat can just be like 5 minutes. Yeah, anything more than that is not really a beat. It's a movie at this point. So I'm following you, bro. Yeah, that's good. So after that, the generated tagged mp3 that has the voice tag as well will be the one that the users will interact with on the front end. When the users click on a certain beat, we shall play this version, the low quality beat. We can now update the database with the path, the metadata, and we can change the status to complete it. So the entire flow is not really very complex, if you ask me, but there are a lot of things. This is what is going to like sell it for us. This is going to be like the biggest selling point. Rabbit MQ coming down here. So we shall see how we shall process that entire thing, and that's basically what we're going to be doing. So for now we are going to be saving them locally. We can save the original file locally. At the same time we can save the processed voice, the processed audio, which is going to be the high quality, and also another processed one, which is also going to be the not high quality version that will be for streaming. So we can have for streaming and we can have for sale, like 2 folders locally. We can store the beats there that will be dropped within those folders after the processing. Now later when we want to go live with the application, we can change this to S3 bucket. So that is it. We can change the storage of these files to S3 bucket, but for now we can just store them locally. That's what we wanted to do. So basically that is the entire plan, and I didn't want to like make this stream very complex by us coming up with a plan and all that. You get it? I knew the plan, and also, Claude helped me to also like break down and make the ambiguity simple and very clear to me. So that's all. As you can see, this is the same thing I just explained right now. We shall upload the audio files, which will be the WAV file or the mp3 file or FLAC, and we can get the generated tagged version, which is watermarked with the tag to show that, hey, this beat is made by, let's say, Proc Filthy made this beat. It will be in every beat that will be playing, and we shall generate the untagged version, store these and all that. So that's the thing I just explained. And out of scope for this feature, there will be the S3 uploads, the user authentication. I think I have user authentication already, but I'll have to make this very clear, because for now we just having password and email. Then we confirm that the email is a valid email by sending them an email and then OTP, which is one-time password, so that they can come, one-time code, I think, something like that. They can just come and paste that code, and then we just allow them in. Just simple as that. I don't want to complicate the authentication. All we need is just their email, actually. We don't need anything else, and also to show that this user's logged in. That's all we need. And then after that, we can now proceed to payment processing. These are things which are out of scope for this video. For this stream, we might not even finish all this, but let's see how it goes. So that is all. So I think the overview is simple. Now the tech stack, we're gonna need Spring Boot and PostgreSQL for the metadata storage, Rabbit MQ for async processing, and FF Mpeg for audio processing. I know it's raining heavily, so if you guys don't get me, I apologize. We're gonna need Lombok for boilerplate and all that. So let's just go ahead and start this project real quick, and that will be our plan really. Now another thing I want to understand is that before we go ahead, I want to understand how we are going to upload these files first, so we need to break this down further, you understand? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pick this entire scope, and I'm going to take it to AI. It could be Gemini really for now. Well, I think the same thing Gemini is doing for us here, really still the same thing, but Gemini is suggesting us to do this in a very scalable way, which is the style that I like. You get it? This is for the entire platform, by the way. and this is just for the audio processing for now. So let's just stick with this, with this audio processing version, and I'm just going to start a new chat with Gemini, and I just want Gemini to, I want to start tackling these tasks, but they are not organized, and it's a lot, so break it down for me into smaller, easier to tackle subtasks that I can begin working on ASAP, right? That's what we want to achieve. So that's it. Let's see what we're gonna come up with. Let me grab a drink real quick. I'm so thirsty. Oh, niggas love to have a gangster party. Okay, so we have the water right here. And drink. So we can start reading through and see what's gonna happen. Okay, what the hell? My glasses, my princesses shouldn't get dirty. Okay, so we have this is a classic asynchronous processing architecture. It feels overwhelming because you're looking at the whole system at once. To tackle this as a senior developer, we need to decouple the user action, uploading from the system action phases, starting with the absolute basics so you can ship code today. Okay, let's see how it goes. We can start with phase 1, the skeleton and ingestion. Start here. What the hell is all this, bro? A goal: a user can post a file and it lands safely on your hard drive. No processing yet, just bumbling. So we need to set up Docker Compose YAML. You need 2 containers immediately, your PostgreSQL and Rabbit MQ the broker. So that's what we need to set up real quick. So let's go and set that up and we can come back here. So that's the way I code with AI. I think I need to change this entire maybe titles for these streams as how I use AI to be productive, something like that, or maybe code or something like that. But I don't use literal AI code and just copy paste it. That's not what I do. Alright, I'm learning a lot. It's almost like you watching a tutorial and trying to learn from a tutorial, right? So let me just grab this so I can charge this. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hope I didn't spoil anything. Okay. Is everything still okay? No, sure. Let me see. Yo. Okay, everything's still fine. Alright, so let's go and initialize the repository. Well, everything's still fine. Gemini, and let me just remove this. So let's open. Okay, let's open that. Then we can start tackling the entire thing. So this is image processing. For today, we're gonna have audio processing. Audio processing. Now, somebody might ask, why am I learning these concepts, right? I'm learning these concepts so that I can use them in my project. And speaking of my project, let me see. I don't want to have this so many Git questions, whether they should proceed, add it to Git and all that. No. Let me just 25 and Eclipse Timurin. I think this is okay. So we need to start by having, I think we can HTTP, obviously post request HTTP, then we're gonna need validation. I don't think it is okay to validate audio files. I don't know if I'm making sense, right? Should we really validate audio files? I feel like we can do it within the code itself, right? Within the processing part, where we can say we can reduce the multi-part file size. We can say that we need like only 1 GB worth of file to be uploaded to our platform. So let's just leave it at that for now. All right, so we have the web, Spring Web, and what else do we need? I think we need Postgres, and we also need Docker Compose, because yeah, we're gonna be using Docker. And the next thing will be Rabbit MQ. So Spring for Rabbit MQ. That is it. I think these are the only things that we shall need for now. Postgres, Docker Compose. Okay, we're gonna need JPA, and that is it. I think that's all. Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of. If there's anything else, we shall add it after. So let's go ahead and just create this. Okay, let it go. So as it's setting up the project, let's continue reading. So now, what's going on here? God. So we need to go and set up the Docker Compose YAML. 2 containers. We need to set up Postgres and Rabbit MQ again from scratch today. You feel me? It's just a similar thing but on a different note, right? This was image processing. So let's just open a new window for that, and then we can just grab the Compose YAML and we can just grab the same exact thing. We don't even have to change a lot. You get it? I'm just gonna copy this, and then we can go to our project, Compose YAML. Yeah, I think we have them set up already, right? But I just want this version. This version is more scalable. Yeah, so we can change this to audio processing. We don't have to waste time really. This is audio processing DB. Yeah, audio processing database. I think that's cool. And we can leave the same MR pass and MR user. It's fine. And the next thing, also this can be Rabbit user and Rabbit pass. But let's just try to keep this one different. Okay, we're gonna call this Emma for the user and Emma pass as well for the password. So let's just keep it all the same. And this time we're gonna keep this within the audio Postgres data, right? That will be the, like, whenever we restart this application, it will always store or keep our Postgres data, right, in the volume. So that's it, so it can survive restarts. I think that is that. And the next thing I'm going to get as well, let me open this. Which other project do I have open? Yep, image processing. Now we need to just grab the application YAML too, and we can just change this thing later. So let me now close this audio processing. We don't need that again. Application, this we can change this to YAML for now. So let's rename this to YAML. Let's open that, and then we can replace this. Emma password is fine. We just need to change this as well. Rabbit user, also the password. Now there are a few things we shall have to add, but we shall do it as we keep going. So this is auto update, it's fine. What next? Image processing. No, we need to open our Compose YAML so that we can grab this. I think the name is audio. Yep, it's audio actually. Just let's change this to audio processing database. That is all really for the setup. So I'm just gonna make this bigger, and I think something like this, so that we can just change between them. All right, let's also put this like this so we can change between them just easily like this. All right, makes sense. So now the next thing, we need to set up 1.2, which is the basic API server. We need to create a simple API server. Oh my god, we're not using Node. What is this stuff talking about? We're using Spring Boot, but it's okay. We'll create a simple API server. That's fine. Create a health check endpoint, health to prove it works. We don't really need that, really. I don't think we need that. Or maybe we can try. Let's go and just create that to make sure our entire thing works, right? Just open this, and I think we're gonna create a simple controller, right? I'm just gonna call this controller health check, something like that. Okay, that is our health, and let's just call this REST API, REST controller, and then we also need request. I think this should be request mapping, and yeah, that is it. So we're gonna just have API / health check, maybe, yep, and then we can just create a simple get mapping that is just going to be return it will just return health, and then we should just return okay. Now what's going on here today? Health is the same as the class name. Okay, so health check, let's call this health check. Okay, this should return okay. So if we run this, should make sure this returns okay, but it's not gonna run because our docker is not running. So let's open Docker Compose. So what are you guys learning, bro? I want to know, what are you guys building, what are you guys learning, and what are you guys working on? Because some people be watching me and they generally don't build projects, bro. I don't really like that. I want you guys to win as well. I want you guys to at least maybe get inspired to do something for yourself. Feel me? So that's the thing, my bro. Let's check Docker PS. Okay, that is not, there's nothing running, so we can just say Docker compose up and detach mode, so you can just pull the images. Services refers to undefined volume image data. Okay, let me open this once again. This is okay, that's fine. Let's go to compose. Now this is getting image data which doesn't exist. Let's just replace it with this. Okay, my bad. So now we can say Docker compose up in detach mode, and they should hopefully work. Okay, then we have Rabbit MQ running, and if we go to this port, localhost 517, let me open this compose one more time. If we go to 15672, it should show us the interface. Just give me a sec. Okay, if we go to this port, we just say localhost. I think it will show somewhere here. Let's just drop this. Localhost. I think it's like this, if I'm not mistaken. Localhost, yeah, for Rabbit MQ. So we have to log in with our user, which is Emma and Emma pass. So username is Emma, and we have Emma pass. Let's log in and let's just save this. Now, as you can see, we have 0 queue and 0 channels, 0 connections, and 0 consumers. So that's something we want. That means all of that is running, and we can test our endpoint by running this to see how everything is going to run. So let's run our project, and hopefully we don't have any problem. Yep, so Tomcat is running in port 8080. Interesting. All right, so let's test this route. For some reason I cannot see. I think it's here. We can test this request in HTTP client. Should work. All right, let's send this endpoint. Matter of fact, let me remove all this, because what the hell is there? Okay, so we're just gonna call this health check route. Let's test this out. Let's see. Why didn't it generate anything? Wait, did it return anything? Oh, am I tripping? It didn't return anything, right? Oh yeah, it returned okay. So that's cool. That means our entire thing is running. Entire thing is crazy. All right, so we have that health check in place. Let's continue. This is not vibe coding, by the way. Like, people always mistake you learning from AI as vibe coding. No, vibe coding is just letting AI do everything for you, just copy and paste. Okay, but this is not vibe coding. We can create a simple API. Okay, that's fine. This is all done. Now we need the upload endpoint input. Well, we need a post /bit/upload. I think this is what we can create real quick, and then we implement Malta. No. We're not using Node.js. We're using Spring Boot. So we need to validate file extensions immediately. Reject anything that isn't Wave or this. Let's try to see how that goes. Save the raw file to a local folder named upload/temp. Okay, let's try to get this in place. Now, the thing that I love to do when I don't have any idea here, right? Okay, I understand we can do this, but when I don't have an idea, I love to just come here and say, break down for me this into further simpler tasks to avoid ambiguity. Oh my god, I think it's like this. Ambiguity. Yep, ambiguity. And make the scope smaller for me to type. I'm using Spring Boot. The Spring Boot. Don't give me the code. Just what to handle, and especially I think this is not especially like this, especially for uploads. How do I start uploading files? Okay, let's just see how it does that, how it breaks it down into smaller tasks, and we can tackle that. So that is it. Now people have to say, oh my god, stick to one AI whatever. No, that's not true. I understand, like, for example, this Perplexity, I think, is a wrapper around a certain LLM. I'm not sure, but 9 times out of 10 it is for certain use case. So it's always good to like get context from different AIs and LLMs and stuff. So the thing that we need to tackle is that we need to define the endpoint as small clear pipeline, accept file, validate, save to upload terms, respond with metadata and status. So that's what we need. Now before we go ahead and do that, we need to understand what are we picking from the user, right? Decide this before writing anything. What request shape, multi-part /form data. Yep, this is what I want actually, with a single field file, bit audio plus optional fields like title, BPM tags and all that. I think this is what I need for sure. I need to grab multi-part /form data from the user with a single file. That's going to be the audio, right? Max file size for bits should be okay. I think for us we want to accept around 500 to 1 GB, but let's just say, let's pick this as a starting point. And what HTTP status or message when exceeded? When we exceed this, I think it should return 40 or 400. I don't know. Who can upload auth, yes or not? Whether the endpoint only stores to and this and that. Okay, that's all. Those set multi-part properties. Enable multi-part, set maximum size and maximum request. Now the other thing I need to research is multi-part form data, but for Spring Boot, right? That's what. Now this is what learning is, brother. Hey Filthy, how you going? Unnatural, man, brother. How you doing, right? Been a minute, man. How you doing, brother? So yeah, multi-part request handling in Spring. So this is what coding is, brother. You do a lot of Googling, a lot of stuff. So let's consider a simple use case of sending an employee's data consisting of a name and file using a form. We'll create an employee abstraction to store the form data. So we don't need that part. Multi-part file document. Okay. Team leaf. Okay, that's not our point. We'll create a method that accepts form data, including multi-part files. So this is going to be /employee, which consumes media type dot multi-part form data dot value. I don't think this is what we have to do, but it's okay. Let's keep going. It's going to return a string, save employee. At model attribute should be employee, and all that. So So we're gonna have something like this, and then return employees like success. Then this part is going to be all right. I think that is all. We just needed to understand how to using add request part. No, I don't want us to use add request. I think we can use this. This is okay. Using request params. Let's see, request param string name, request param oh no. Let's stick with the first one. The first one is easier. So let's go and handle that within the controllers. I'm just going to create upload or file upload or beat upload, whatever we call it. Let's just say upload. I think a better name would be beat upload or file upload. Yeah, let's just make it more readable. Upload, it just sounds so ambiguous. Let's just say beat upload. Say beat upload. I think beat upload is more descriptive. And here we can just call this this is going to be a REST controller, and it's going to get request mapping. Yep, we're going to need request mapping for this. And here we're going to need should just, for now I think we're not going to need anything in the service, but we're going to need the service. So let's just say required argument required. We don't have Lombok, so let's just go and add Lombok. Add status. Where's the status here? Let's go and add Lombok support. This is very good for reducing boilerplate, bro, because otherwise you'll be writing equals to and hash code, all these other things, you know, all argument constructor, goddamn no argument constructor, equals to and hash code, like a lot of things you'll be doing yourself, which is not a good developer experience. I don't know why like Spring just can't add it directly. They have to use an external thing. I don't know, bro. I need /API/upload. or we can have this as /bits, and we can have /upload, right? So this is on beat uploads. I think we should just keep it as upload. No, let's keep it as /bits, and then we can have an endpoint to upload bits, right? Upload bits or upload files, whatever we call it. So let's just have a post request, post endpoint that is going to have I think we can have something like this, or yep, like this, and it's gonna have /upload, right? And we can have public, but for now we can create also DTO and models, right? So let's create this. We're gonna call this models dot, I think beat is fine. We can have beat, and also we can add in DTOs as well. Yep, I wanted to keep entities within these models and then DTOs within models as well, but let's just add DTOs outside. So we're gonna keep this, and let's create DTOs, and we're gonna need dot beat upload or beat request, right? Or beat upload. I think beat upload DTO makes sense. Beat upload DTO. Alright, that's what we're gonna need. And yep, so here we can call this as the DTO. We change it to a record. Let's change it to a record, and then we need the things we need to get from the user. It's just going to be multi-part, right? I think it's good to call it beat, something like that. I think beat is more descriptive. All right, so let's have this beat here. Then here we're gonna need a response entity. We're going to grab the beat. I think we called it what's the DTO? Beat upload DTO. And then here we're just gonna say upload beat, and then we are going to grab things from the request body, obviously request body, and we're just going to accept beat upload DTO as DTO, or we can call it beat, whatever. It's good like this. Now this is going to be, in case it's successful, we're gonna return 200 for success. That is all, and we're gonna assume this is going to return true, right? I mean successful. So let's keep it as is, Let's go back now to the bit model itself, and let's model out the bit, what we are going to need from the user. So by default, we're gonna call this as entity to have at least an entity in the database, and we're gonna annotate this with table. Then obviously we need a table name. I think it's good to just have it as bits. And also this one, we might have just data. Obviously this data is non-performant. As you can see, this is already yelling at us. Using a data for JPI entity is not recommended. It can cause severe performance and memory consumption issues. So we're gonna fix that in a minute, but let's ignore it for now. We're gonna need all arguments constructor and no argument constructor. That is all we're gonna need for now. And then here we can annotate this with an ID, and then we have a generated value with a strategy, and this is just going to be the auto IDs that will be generated by default. I think we can keep the bit IDs as UUID. I think that makes sense. Or maybe we just keep it as identity, and then later we can generate random IDs for the bits. But let's just keep it as identity for now to just make it easier. Okay, and then private long ID, that's all, that's good. And the next thing we're going to grab is the file, which is what we have here as bit multipart. I don't think we are going to waste time here really, so let's just create the metadata, what we need from the user. Metadata, that's going to be part of this, but we're going to keep the bit upload DTO to only have that, and we could maybe add the metadata as well, or maybe create a new. That is it. And I don't want us to get like scope creep by having like different things to handle at once. I want us to follow what we have here as the breakdown. So we need to set multipart properties, optionally set a temporary folder, and then we can define upload request contract. This is request file, whether controller takes in the request part or multipart file plus separate request param, or and bit metadata like you did for the images. I think this is okay. This is okay for now. We can stick to us grabbing from the request. Let's just go here. Then we are grabbing the bit upload. At the same time, we want to grab a multipart, right? I think it will be multipart file, if I'm not mistaken. Multipart multipart file. Is it? Oh, maybe we'll keep it as request parameters. I don't know for now. Let's just leave it for that for now. And what next? We're gonna need a bit private. I think we can have bit title, or we can keep it as title, string title. Let's see. This should be enough. We need this, and then a multipart file as well. I think we even did the same thing in the image processing. Rather than creating a whole new stuff, we can just grab whatever that we did here in the image process. That is similar to what we did actually. We're just going to grab this. At post mapping, we actually did it here as this consumes multipart from data, and then we are grabbing this. We are not validating this for now, so we're just going to keep it as is. Then we can say model attribute is going to grab this, and then it will obviously throw an input output exception. So that is all we're gonna do, right? Let's go and we can change this here. Let's go back here, controller, and then we can have request body. It's gonna be this, but we need to say this one consumes. This will consume multipart file. I think multipart slash form data, if I'm not mistaken. Form data, something like that, right? Something like that. I think that is it. Multipart form data, and this is going to be slash upload. Now the next thing we need to understand that we are returning image service here. We can also create as audio service, which is a bit service as well. Then we can just return it here. We'll make sure we have this input output exception as well. So that is what we need to take care of. Let's create a service. Services dot bit upload service. I think let's call it like that, bit upload service. Okay. let's annotate this with that service to make it a bean, spring bean. And we also have this require okay, this required constructor. That is fine. We also need for the database, let's create, I think we can call this repositories dot, I think it will be bit upload repository, bit upload repository, and we can extend this, extends JPA repository, which takes two things, the type, which is our bit model, and we take in the type, which is long for the ID. What's going on here? Must either be declared abstract or what implements method. What's going on here? It's okay. Something is not right with that. I don't know why it's throwing a tantrum, but that is it. Let's go back here. Repository. Oh, this was actually supposed to be an interface. My bad, my bad. My bad, man. My brain is running ahead of me. Repository is supposed to be an interface. So, damn. Where's my brain going, bro? Why is it not changing here? God damn. Why is it not changing, bro? Am I tripping? Oh, this is the service. This is the repository. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have bit upload repository as bit upload repository, and then we can have just the same endpoint as this is going to take bit upload. So let's just use the same bit upload as our service. Bit upload, and this is going to be upload bit, right? Same thing we have here, upload bit. Okay, can have upload bit, and it's just going to take bit upload as the DTO, and then we just return the DTO. I think that is it. Now we might need mappers for this, so let's just go and add mapstruct. I think we can add mapstruct, so let me just go here and say mapstruct, mapstruct maven, or maybe we can say mapstruct installation. Okay, so that we can just add mapstruct. I really don't want to do this in the version later, but let's keep it as this for now. Let's go back to POM. We're gonna need mapstruct for this to handle the DTO conversion from DTO to entity to DTO. That is fine. And next thing we're gonna do is add this dependency. Let's go to any part here. I think this is fine. Let's just add the properties, and then we can add the plugin. I think it's from here within plugin. We just pick this plugin. That is it for the mapstruct. We can add we can increase the version later, but for now let's just keep it as that. I think what's the latest version? I think the latest version is mapstruct 1.6 something. Let me see on Maven Central repository. I think it's here. Okay, let's look for mapstruct. I think I have it here. Let's search for mapstruct. Oh my god, I think it's one word. Okay, this should be it. Let's see, mapstruct. So mapstruct, the latest version. Oh, this is the latest version, 1.3. Okay, cool. Let's go back and we just refresh this. Oh. I don't want my screen to be stuck, boys. Just let me know in case there's anything like if the stuff is lagging. Okay, just let me know, because I have a million things open here, so it will probably lag. I don't know, I'm not sure. So if it's lagging, just let me know. Okay, so we have the bit upload. I just go and create this. We're gonna have mappers. For this, I think we can call this mappers, and then we can just have bit upload mapper or bit mapper. I think this makes sense. This should be an interface. I always forget this, bro. this will be an interface, and we're gonna have at mapper here annotation, and then we can have here component model should be spring. The spring will be the component model. All right, then we can just go and create this. We want to convert we say DTO to entity, DTO to entity, and entity to DTO, entity to DTO. So let's create this here. DTO to entity, we need to begin by creating the bit upload DTO as DTO, and this is going to be to bit upload entity, bit upload entity. I think that will make more sense. Then we can call this we can grab the bit actually. This is to entity, and then here we can have entity to DTO. Okay, that is fine. And we're gonna begin with the bit here as bit, right? And we're gonna have this to response entity. Let's call this to bit DTO. Okay, and then we can have bit upload DTO. So now we are converting from DTO to entity to DTO. That's all. Later we can add other stuff like mapping. We can add here at mapping, ignore certain things, but for now let's just leave this here well prepared for us to use it. So we are good now. So I think we've set up the entire project in a way that we can add any other stuff if we need to. Let's not forget the config file. We're gonna need config, and then this is going to be our Rabbit MQ config. We're just gonna call it Rabbit config for Rabbit MQ. Later we can just continue from here. Let's just call this configuration for now. We are good. So now let me close everything so that I can see what to start with now. Here we need to just let me just say return null. See what's gonna happen so that we stop getting errors. We are okay here. Now let's go and consume this inside we inject it actually inside our controller. Let's just inject it inside the controller here. We're going to have private final bit service, bit upload service as bit upload service, and we're going to use it somewhere here, but for now let's just say return null for now. Okay, so now we don't have any errors. We can now go back and let me close this. We can go back and read through our stuff to see what's going on. We don't have to actually run this. It's fine. Let's stop it. It's going to lag our system. Docker compose down for now. I don't want anything running in the background as we are studying, so let's keep going now. We have the entire app set up in a way where we can just add other things that we need, but let's focus on bit upload and bit service. Then we can also add Rabbit MQ. So let's continue seeing this. After that, validate the extension, prepare the upload template folder, persist a bit record, and then hook into processing pipeline later. So another thing I forgot to create is this enums. Let's just call this enums. This is going to be an enum. We're going to call this bit status or upload status. I think let's just call this bit status, or maybe yeah, I think bit status makes sense. Bit status is going to be an enum where we're going to start with pending, and then if before we upload it will be pending, and then after that I think we can call we can say uploading, pending, uploading, or it can just be pending, processing, and then we can have completed, maybe 3 for now, and let's just have failed, like just in case it failed, we can change the status to failed. Okay, and let's not forget here we're just gonna have private string. This is gonna be bit status actually, bit status, and we can call it bit status as well, bit status, and then by default everything is going to be pending, right? So let's just say bit status, by default it will be pending processing. and we're gonna have add enumerated value enumerated, and then we can have enum type, which will be string. So let's just keep it like that for now. All right. What else do we need? I think we are good to go for now. Another thing I don't want to forget as well is within the models here, let me not forget at creation timestamp, which is going to be local date is going to be created at and updated at as well. And we might need, let me say, updated at, and this is going to be update timestamp. This might be the one we might add later, processing process add. I think it will make more sense, or maybe we'll leave it at that. So let's just leave it simple for now. Okay, we have most of the things that we need. The DTO is just going to return the file itself. This is for the bit DTO, or maybe we can leave it as file upload DTO, and then the bit upload will have its own metadata so that we don't have to return them all at once, but we shall see how we shall separate them. So we're good to go now. Let me see what next. We don't really have to deal with this anymore. It's okay. Let me just take this off, and let me take this off as well. Let me go back here. Let's see. So here we need to implement the upload local folder name /upload/temp, and then we can create a bit table, field file name, and the upload status. Now this is giving us an overview of what we have to do, but the actual thing is here, right? The actual stuff is here. As you can see, this is the overview that Claude gave me. I don't want to use this stuff that Claude gave me. I don't think we need to use it, because Claude is talking about building upload response, audio processing message, and then bit metadata. I don't know if we need all that for now. Okay, here I think we can even use these entities, right? We have the original file name, file path as well, the original file path, original file name, and original file path. I don't know. Then we can have the untagged path, which is the untagged bit, and the tagged version also. Then the metadata, we can have the duration in seconds, the BPM, bit per minute, the audio format, the bit rate, the sample rate. I don't want us to really extract all this bit rate and sample rate. I feel like we can remove the bit rate and sample rate and then focus on just the file size, the audio format, and the BPM, bit per minute. I think that makes sense. Processing, we have this already in place. Nullable, false. Error message, I don't think we need to really worry about that for now. So that is fine. Okay, this is okay. Processing completed and failed. Then the message is here. The message implements seriable. We're going to get the bit ID and the original path and the audio format. Okay, the same applies to the bit metadata. We also need its own stuff. So I think that's what we need to add. We have this. Let me check the status. We have processing. Pending pattern. You can have this as bit metadata, which is the information about the bit. Now private. I think a description of the bit also. We need that. We need the user to put that. And then we can have private. Should we take multipart file as file, or we leave it? Because I implemented the multipart yesterday on this application, and here it is. I did not really implement it within this. I just took it within the request directly. So I think we should stick to this as well, right? That will make more sense. Let's just continue. Okay, we don't really have to take this, so let's keep this big int as the BPM. Big decimal. Big decimal as the, I think, should we add a price for the bit? Really? For the uploads? Should that be something we need to keep track of? I think it's okay. Let's just keep the price. Also, private big decimal, not the volume. We're gonna keep I think BPM, beat per minute, and then we're gonna keep private, not volume, bro. This stuff keeps bringing volume. It's not what I want. We have big price, big decimal for the price, as well as the BPM. Let's see what else we have. Bitrate, we don't want to keep bitrate and stuff. Even the audio format, I don't think we need it. As you can see, duration in seconds, that is that integer for the BPM, I think. Okay, let's just keep this as the duration, right? Duration in seconds, and let's just keep it like this. And then we can have private. For this, it's going to be an integer. All this integer, and it's just going to be BPM, beat per minute, which is BPM. What next again from the metadata? What do we want to pick? Okay, I'm just going to ignore this. For format, let me just add it. It's okay. Let me just add private format, right? Let's say string format. All right, this should be enough for the beat metadata. All right, this should be enough. And then title, we make sure we need the title to be there as well. So I'm gonna say column nullable false. Let's go ahead and grab this. The ones that are optional, we don't add anything to them. By default, nullable is false. It's true by default. Price, we need to keep it as nullable false. And duration as well, we can keep it as duration. Wait a minute, metadata, we don't really have to worry about it, right? So the price is not really part of metadata, brothers, so I'm just gonna leave it out. Price is not part of the metadata. I'm gonna remove it from the metadata part and just put it as part of this. Price should be here and nullable should be false because we need to put the price, right? For now, I'm just gonna keep price out. I'm gonna keep price out of the equation for now. Okay, this is fine as well. Pending, this is okay. Here I want the creator to not be you shouldn't be able to update this, and updatable should be false. Here the same applies to the updating time. You should updatable here should be true, because just leave it at that, but nullable should be false. So that is that for that. Okay, this is fine. This is fine as well. Let's just leave that commented out. What else here? By default, pending, we really need a status, right? But let's just leave it like that, brothers. We're just adding so much complexity. That is it. So we can go ahead and create the message, processing message, and also the metadata breakdown. So let's just copy this, and we can create the .dto for this. We're just going to call it beat metadata. It's going to be a record beat metadata. My bad, metadata, we're just gonna rename it. It sounds funny the way it is. I used to make metadata. Let's just keep it like that. And it's a record as well, so let's just throw this in there and change this back to a record, and then we can remove this. What else? I think we can just grab the same information as this and keep this here, just like this. Now for records, we don't have to keep them here. We have to just grab this and put it in here. So we're gonna have a string. Matter of fact, let me just grab all of them, cut, paste them here, and then we can just remove this. I think it's option D. Remove all of them, just like that, and then we just change this to D. Just change them to that, and yeah, I think that's it. Yep, so we're good for the part of metadata. What else? We need the audio processing message. I think for the audio processing message, we need to just grab the bit ID and the original path, as well as the audio format, right? Let's go ahead and add that here. We're gonna need the path, private. This is gonna be a string, original path, and then private string, original file name. What is this? Original file name. Now for this one, for two of them here, I feel like we can keep them the way they are. Path name and this as well as the bit ID. So that's what we're going to be adding here in the processing. Let's add a record, and we're going to need audio processing, audio bit processing. I think let's just keep everything as bit processing, bit processing DTL. Okay, bit processing DTL. We're just gonna have a string, and we're gonna need, I think this is long, right, for the bit ID, long bit ID. Okay, and then wait, something that I'm forgetting. Yep, I did not add the price here, which is good because the price is not part of the metadata. When we are later building the entire platform, we can add it as well. So that's good. Let's continue to this. We're gonna need a string. We're gonna need bit, original path name, and the original file name. Let's get it from here so we don't have to make any mistake. Original file name. Okay, original path. Can we keep it as original path name or just original path? I don't know. ID, original path, and original file name. So just keep it like this, it's fine. Bit name, right? We're trying to keep everything in form of bit. So let's just say original bit name, original path, and then original bit path, and then original bit name. I think let's just call this original bit name, and also original bit path. I think this will make more sense, right? This is so descriptive. Okay, let's grab this original bit path. This is fine. Original bit path. All right, what next do we need? Everything is cool, right? All right, what next? Let's see. Metadata, we have it. We have everything we need. We have the status, and except here, let's try to understand this. We need the path, right, to send our bits that have 1, tagged version, and 2, the untagged version. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it there. I don't want to waste time really on here. So let's go back here, go back to our bit, and we're gonna need this path, right? So we're gonna need the untagged path of length 500. I don't know why we have length 500. I'll have to understand it. And also here length 500 for the original path, as well as the file name should be updatable false. I don't know why we have that there, but it's okay. Let me grab this here, and I'm gonna come here to the original path file. Is the file name or the original path? Let me pull this down. Okay, it starts with the bit name and then the file path. I think that will make more sense. Okay, and then nullable is false, right? Nullable is false. So that is the same thing here. Nullable false for the path, and then the original name can just remain nullable false as well by default. Just grab this and paste it here. Let's remove this length. Okay, I think nullable false on almost everything, if I'm not mistaken. We have the title nullable false, The status, do we have an nullable on the status? Yep, nullable false, because it shouldn't be nullable. Where's the status? Okay, nullable false for the status. I think that is it. We can get to the coding part now. We are done. Error message is text. Why are we keeping track of the error message? I have no idea. Let's just leave it out for now, bro. What else do we need to keep track of? I think that's it. All right. Processing time, we have it also here. Funny how we have processing time. This is the uploaded ad and then processed ad. We should just leave it out. What is it there? Nothing. Okay, let's just leave it out. I think we are good now with the entity design. What else do we need to take care of? Application YAML is fine. We have this. So listener, we actually need this. We need to make sure we turn the acknowledgement mode for Rabbit MQ to manual so that we can control the acknowledgement. Now, what is acknowledgement? It's almost like as soon as a producer produces an event and we're waiting for the consumer to consume that event, we can let the producer know, let the consumer know, or whoever is going to consume that, what we produce, that, hey, I'm done with my part, okay? So if that event fails, he will retry again. The producer will retry again. And also when the consumer consumes that, the event, it will acknowledge that, hey, it is either a positive acknowledgement or a negative acknowledgement. So that's what we're going to do. And by default is handled by Rabbit MQ. But now we want to make it custom, because obviously we want to go ahead and make our custom retries. Maximum attempts should be like retry 3 times to recreate that event. If it fails, it's okay. So let's go and add that interval, wait for intervals and all that. So let's grab this. We'll go to our, where is our application YAML? Here within Rabbit MQ, we can just add this listener. What's going on with maximum attempt? Is deprecated. Property listener, use replacement key instead. Okay. That one was deprecated, so we just have to have retry enabled true. Then maximum retry is 3. So that is all. It's okay. And the data source, we have defined that. JPA, show SQL, properties and dialect. I think we have that as well, if I'm not mistaken. We have just this. Let's just add the dialect and all that. Show SQL, true. What's the problem? Invalid child. This should be show SQL. Wait, let me see. It's supposed to be show SQL together with Hibernate. That's the thing. Properties. Why is it failing? Let's just grab the entire JPA. I don't know why it's tripping. It happens, my brother. It happens. So the dialect is that. Let's remove this. Just paste this. JPA. Okay. So we're good now. We're good. This is just going to update our tables with our given models by default, right? We don't have to really like push our stuff using our custom migration, like things like flyway and all that. So that's what is going to happen. And I think the next thing we'll have to add servlet for the multipart maximum file size. Yeah, maximum file size, we need it to be 500 megabytes. So if you upload anything more than that, we're not really going to accept it in our platform, right? So let's send this. It's going to be our maximum file sizes, should be 500. Let me just leave it like this. This is self-explanatory. The next thing is the custom config for the bit platform. We're going to store. First, we need to have a base path to store the bits in case we upload the bits. And we need an original folder that will store originals, and then the process folder that will store the processed bits. And also for FFmpeg, we're going to need the binary path to be FFmpeg or we can use something like this. I don't think I have it. Do you prefer coding in the morning or at night? Night is better because there is little distractions as compared to morning. Because morning I have a school, I have uni and all that, so I'm always on the go. Like, damn, I gotta reach the school early and all that. So I would say evening is better for me. So sometimes I get sleepy, but yeah, it's just me, bro. What about you? What's your favorite, morning or evening? All right, I just keep going. So custom beat platform is fine. Binary path, voice tag path, and classic voice tag mp3. What's this? What's that? We're just gonna keep it like this for now. So let's just grab our custom config. We shall later add it or increase it if we need to add more things. So I'm just gonna come down here, just add our custom config somewhere here. Ffmpeg. What's going on with this? Cannot resolve this. What's that? What's the problem? Why you cannot process resolve that? We have the beat platform. Okay, because this is that. Let's just take it like this. Bro, formatting this stuff is somehow hard. I can't lie to you boys. For some reason it's not formatted very well. I don't understand it. This is that storage. Yep. Oh my god. Still, how should we format this, bro? Ffmpeg binary. No, for some reason it's failing to let's say format for me this entire thing. So format for me this. It'll just give us the formatted version. Chronicles of Ages, bro, was good, my brother. How are you doing? Here's your snippet that's properly structured. Let me hope it didn't change anything, because I hate it when AI just changes things for me. Okay, let's just go try. We still have errors. It hasn't changed anything. So this is going to be a problem, right? Yeah, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem. Let me leave this out for now. Okay, that is pissing me off already. Okay, that's fine. Let's leave it out for now. Rabbit MQ part is not really going to be complex. Let's just worry about uploading first. Okay, we've set up everything. Now we need to worry about uploading the beat. So let's go back and first try to see if we can upload the beat. Okay, here we have this beat. What is multi-part form data? Now here we are just going to return the service itself. So let's get beat upload service dot upload beat, and we are just going to take this DTO as what we are going to upload. We should return response entity. So we're going to be that. Let's go here and say beat upload DTO. Just going to say beat is equals to, we can say uploaded beat. Say uploaded beat is equals to beat upload service dot upload beat, and then we just pass in the DTO. Then we can just return response entity dot status http status dot created, and then we just pass in the body. We pass the uploaded beat there, and we're good to go. Now that is for uploading the beat. Let's go back here. Let's close this for now. Close this, close the metadata beat. Okay, so let's go back to the service now. Instead of null, we need to actually first I think we can first check if we have that beat, right? So we need to create a folder. We need to create a folder first, so we can say beat or multi-part file as bid is equals to, I think we can create a new file. Oh, first, before multi-part file, we can create a new file. Call this file is equals to new file. The hell, file. Then let's create a directory, the directory that we are going to use. So this is a file. Let's grab multi-part file for now. File is equals to, or we can call it bit, but let's call it file for now. Is equals to, we need our directory, so we need to create a directory, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So before we do that, we need to create a directory. So say dir, is it going to give us that? Or we can keep it as file. No. How do you create a directory? I'm kind of forgetting it. Let's look here. I think we have it somewhere here in the controller. I don't want to strain my brain so much, bro. I swear to God. Last thing I want is to strain my brain, bro. Let's go here. Yep, we can just grab the multi-part file from the request. That is correct. And we can throw an input-output exception. From there, we check if the file is null or the file is empty. Then we return a bad request, or else we create a new file like this. File directory is equals to new directory. Then we get the uploaded directory. And the uploaded directory, we can keep it as a static section in our stuff, right? Now let me go back to our bit platform and understand what we are storing. So let me keep here. Let me look for a section here. Let's say downloads. As you can see, we have users, downloads, and then what else? This is audio processing. We can keep it in audio processing. Here, yesterday we kept this one in image processing, right? We have image processing folder, and this is image upload. So we're gonna call it audio uploads, right? I'm gonna call it audio uploads. So let's go back to this. We just grab the static folder, it's users, prog by filthy, downloads, and then we just change the last one. All right, let's just create that static folder. Private static. Later we can actually keep this one in our properties, right? But for now, let's just keep it here, it's fine. I'm gonna call this audio uploads. Then we can create a new multi-part file. Multi-part file is equal to new file, and then we can add this what do you have here? Upload directory, and then file, new file is equals to now the part that we have, which is this same one here. Here we're grabbing the request actually from the file from the request. Then we are checking if the file is empty or not, and then we create a new directory. I think that's what we need to do. Here, this might throw an exception, so we're gonna say this throws an input-output exception, and then we need to just grab this from the request, not this is gonna be dto.file, which is bit. We are calling it bit. I think, let me see what's going on. What's this? We are calling this bit, so let's just call this bit as well. This is gonna confuse me a lot now, I swear to God. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This part exactly is gonna confuse me to the brim. So I don't know, can we go and change the multi-part version here, where we can just grab a file in the DTO, so we can just have file to stop it from confusing me. Obviously it's a bit, but yeah, we're gonna need a file. Let's just leave it like that so that we can use here as what's going on. Okay, go back here. This is now going to be our file, so we're gonna grab the file. Okay, I think that makes sense. Now we have the file, and then we can create file, new file is equals to new file. And then before that, we need to first check if bit is empty, right? This is where we can call it. If bit is null, is equals to null, or bit is empty, let's just call it file, bro. This is gonna do too much. You get it? It's gonna do too much for us. Keep it as file for now. And file is empty, then we have to throw bad request. And another thing is, for the bad request, we need custom exception, which is going to allow us to create that. So it's gonna be exception. We're just gonna call these exceptions. Since everything is small, let's call it exceptions. Except, oh my god, exceptions dot global exception handler. We are not going to complete the entire global exception handler. Let's just keep it as is for now. Global exception handler. Okay, and then we can just create within the DTO here. We can just create the kind of API error, like in case we have an error. It's going to give us that. So let's go here and just create. This is going to be API error response DTO, right? API error response, or API error response DTO. Let's just keep it as that. It's good to have DTOs though, so let's just say error DTO. Like within DTO, we'll leave them as DTO. So even this, we'll rename it to metadata DTO as well. Okay, so within the API response here, we're gonna need the path, which is gonna be string. Message actually. We're gonna need the message, and then the message we are going to use the status, int status, and also we can now keep track of the the path, right? And then the time stamp for the error, time stamp. Okay, we're good to go now for that, and then we can just use it within our custom exception. We have our global exception, and then we can have our bad request exception. So this is going to be bad request exception. Let's just call it bad request, bro. We understand it's an exception. All right, let's go back to the global exception handler. What's going on here? Why did we call it global exception just like that as exception? My bad. Let's delete this. I think we can rename this actually for resource already exists, right? If we already have the bit, so let's just change this to resource. Resource conflict. Resource. This is going to be our resource conflict exception handler. Then we can have a global class, right? Called global exception handler. Okay, and for this one, we're just going to call it as rest control advice. And here we're just going to accept only one thing for now. We're going to get the exception handler. Let's call this exception handler. And by default, we just need bad request exception, bad request dot class. Grab that, and then we can say public response entity. Then the response entity, we're going to use API error DTO. And here we're just going to say handle bad requests. Bad requests, okay? Obviously, we know that this is an exception, so we're just going to call it handle bad requests. It's going to take in bad requests, and let me see. We're going to take in bad requests as bad requests. No, we're not going to call this bad request as bad request, bro. This is going to be an exception. Okay, exception as X, and then we can also add this HTTP request servlet as request, or we can add it. You can just use it as reg. It's fine. Then we can just add this API error DTO as API error. API error is equals to new new API error DTO. Then we can just return a custom message, which is going to be x.get request message, get message, and then let's return that message. And then for the path, what did we have here as our DTO? Let me look at it. We have the message, the status, and the path. So the message, the status, and the path. So the next one's going to be http status dot bad request dot value. And then the next one is going to be our path, which means we get the request dot get request URI, and lastly local datetime dot now. So that is that. Then we can return this. We say return new response entity, and then we can just add the API error. Then we can just add this bad request exception. So that is that. In case we get an error, we handle that error gracefully. Let's close the conflict. I think this one we can just add them later, really. But for conflict, let's just add it real quick. It's not going to be hard. Let's just go back to the exception here. Then let's just add this. It's going to be for the conflict. So for the conflict, we're just going to have resource conflict dot class, and then we can change this to handle conflict. Handle conflict is going to be resource conflict is going to be exception. The same thing here, but for conflict we're just going to use conflict.value. The same applies to this. It's just going to be conflict.value. Conflict, and that is it. So this is going to be for 409 errors, and this is going to be for 400 errors, right? Oh my goodness. So we've been coding a lot, which is wonderful. You feel me? I like that, and I like to save time as well. Like in case we have any issue, we just save time, right? So if this is empty, we just throw a new error. We throw a new bad request exception. This is our custom exception, bad request. We just go to say file is empty, and from there, that is it. Now we can just create a new upload directory. We have our new upload directory here. We have to use it as well. See how they're using it here. We're creating a new file directory using file. We're using the upload directory to create a new directory, and then from there, if the directory exists and the directory, if the directory doesn't exist and we're not creating a directory, that means we throw the input output exception and we say could not create a directory. Then we add directory.get absolute path, and that is it. So after that, we create a new path, upload directory plus the file original name, and then we have the file destination, which is going to be the file path, what we get from the user actually, as you can see here. Let me see. What's the file path? Here we have string file path. The file path is here, and then we create a new file destination using the file path, and then we transfer the files to that destination. Then from there we can start with the image processing. I think that should make more sense. The audio processing. We can set the audio to that. We can set this as well to it, and then that is going to be that. So let's see how we can do a similar thing with this. This is going to create a new directory for us, so we're just going to call this new dir. We're going to use the upload directory using that. Okay, then from there we check if we have a directory. If directory exists, the directory doesn't exist, and the directory is, we're not creating a directory dot make dars, we're not creating that directory, then we just unable to create directory. Then we can add that file, right? The same thing we did here. Let me see. We can just add the absolute path of that directory, right? Could not create a directory. What do you have? Unable to create directory. Then we can just add the dar dot get absolute path. I think that is it, and then from there we can just go ahead and create our stuff. What's going on here? Unhandled exception. add. Okay, is it a must for us to throw input output exception in both of them? I think we did, right, in the controller. Yeah. So that's wonderful. Okay, so now we just need a destination to throw our file path. We create a file path using the file directory name, and then we just add this slash, then we add the file that we got from the user. From the user. Then we just add the original name, file name to it. So that is it. Let's go back to our code here, and then we can make some changes to the model. I had made this as a bit whatever. Let's just keep it as original path, and then we can keep this as original file name as well. I think this will make it more modular, right? So we don't have to only just get only bits. Obviously that's all we're gonna get, but let's keep it as file. Okay, let's see. I think we made a couple of changes, so we need to change certain things also within the bit upload. Within this. So this is file path. Let's keep it as path, and then file name is fine. I think that's the same thing we have here. File name. Yep. Let's close this. Let's close that. Okay. So the next thing we have to do, we are done with these error messages. We don't have any problem. So now this is going to be our to do. Alright, we can have to do here. To do. And this is we can add processing. Add audio processing. Now, the problem with this code is that this code is doing a gazillion things, right? I want us to only handle upload on this class, and then the processing, we can have a different class for the processing. So this is gonna be it. Let's leave the upload as upload. So what's the next thing we have here? As you can see, we have what an instance of the image. So image, that's gonna be audio, whatever. We can set this and then save it, but that's not what we're gonna be doing. All right, we're gonna close this for now. Let's close this off. Then let's go back to this AI and see what we need to do next. So as you can see here, we have bit upload response, audio processing, and that's that. So let's look at what we need to do next. I think I use this to tell me. Yep. Okay, fine. This is the one. The queue system. No, that's not what we want. Upload endpoint. So validate the file extension, save the raw file to a local folder, create a bit table. You can use Postman to upload a file and see it appear in the folder, and see a database row created. So I think for now we are okay, right? The next thing we need to do is just create that folder. Transfer to, right? That's what we need to create. So we are going to create this file, and we're going to have file to upload. This is already that. It's already what we need. Then we can have transfer file to transfer to file upload, and that is going to be it. I think it's easy enough to do. File to upload, new file is going to go to this path directory, and then we are going to add slash. Let me add slash, and then we can add as well this, and then from there we can transfer the file to this, and then we save it to our database. So that's the thing. Now let's import this bit repository. Then we can say bit repository dot save. I think new bit file to upload. What's this? Required type bit upload service, provided a file. What's going on? What did we do? Create a constructor? No. We have an issue here, right? So after doing that, let's say return. We need to return bit repository or this, but then we can create a new instance. I think what was the point of us using mapstruct if we're not using it here? Right? What's the point of using it if we're not using it? So I think we're gonna say bitmapper. We need to import it actually. Let's say private final bitmapper as bitmapper. Then we can just map this. Create bitmapper dot I think to DTO, yeah, to entity actually, and then we convert this file, which is going to be our file to upload. I don't know why it's tripping. My goodness. We have some issues here. Let's go back to this and say, okay, for the upload part, this is what I'll come up with. ODB, and we can move forward. And fun fact, I don't think can this allow us to upload a file or a folder? Let's see. If it can allow us, then that would be interesting, because then I wanted to have more context about our code base. Let me see if it can allow us to do that. Go to audio. We are in audio processing. Audio processing. Can it allow us? Has it allowed us to do that? Oh my god. I don't think it has allowed, right? Get it? Let's see. Let me drop it again one more time. It hasn't. So I'm going to use this. Let's go here. And I'm going to add this file. Let's see. Yep. I think this understands the concept. You are very close. Main issues are type mismatch, missing persistence, and a couple of signatures. Your mapper expects a bit detail, but you have passing a file object. The method ends with return, which will not compile because upload must return a bit of upload detail, not repository. You imported the wrong. The entity is usually under modus and the controller. So no DB persistence actually happening. You never call this. So given the existing only has multi-file. Bitmapper maps between bit upload DTO and bit entity. Bit entity likely has fields for path, etc. And a clean. Okay, so we need to validate the file if it's empty. We ensure the bit upload directory exists. You already do. Generate a save file name on safety disk. Build a bit DTO separate bit create DTO that carries metadata, including the store path if needed. Use bitmapper to convert DTO to entity. Persist via bit repository.save and then map save entity back to bit DTO and return. So that's the thing. Assuming bit entity has a file path field name. Let's see. So this is what we're gonna have in the bit upload service. We have to store this directory inside our properties. So that's why it's going to use at this, alright? Okay. And then we're going to have public upload bit DTO. Upload bit is going to throw an exception. Okay. We have this already, DTO.file. DTO.file, we have that. And it's empty. Ensure directory exists. We have that. And then we generate a unique file name to avoid conflicts. Original name, string original name is file.get original name, and then string extension. If the original name is not null and the original name contains .this, then we generate that. And then a new file name is equal to uuid.random uuid plus extension. And then we pass in the path, target is equal to path.directory this, and the new file name. Fast.copy. Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to copy the input data? Then we can map bit is equals to mapper dot, okay, and then bit dot set file path to this. Then we persist the data, then we map it back to the DTO, and we can use it. So that means we have to tweak this file path and the title. While this looks super complex, bro, I can't lie to you. Let's look at this. Abstract might then look like this. Yeah, we have this. Is correct. This is correct. We have this. This is fine. This is just our only issue. We have file path. We are calling it original file path. Okay. I think we can just grab this entire thing, this entire service. Let's just grab this service and we can replace our service with this. Oh my god. Okay, let's go and replace our service with that. But we can keep this the way it is. I don't think we have to even get our entire service. We just need this part only. Yep, only this part, because that's the one we have an issue with, right? So we can just grab this up to this return part, paste this. Now we're gonna have some issues. We have upload directory. We can just keep this as upload there, and we are straight. So what's going on here? From a long surrounding string, extract method, get string. Okay, so this is okay, that's fine, I'm okay with this, and let's import random UUID. Let's also import path for the file. Interesting. Let's import this file.copy and then the standard option as well. Let's import the standard option and then we set path to that. Wait a minute, why do we have to say set file path? That was an issue. Let's go back to bit.upload service. We have to say just bit.set file, bit.set original path. I think original path is fine. Then we set this to the this is okay, except this is a lot now. This is a lot. This is a lot. There's a lot of code here, bro. There's a lot of code, but at least this works, right? Let's see. Unused imports. Let's remove this. At least this works for now. Let's try it out and see if this is going to work. Okay. So before we even go ahead and try it out, I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to this Gemini, because I'm gonna say here's everything I came up with to handle the uploads. First, to ensure we receive the bit before processing, or even adding it to the queue. To the Rabbit MQ. Okay, I think to Rabbit MQ. I think this makes sense, right? So let's add this, and then we go ahead and also let's send our controller. We have our DTO. I don't think we need to send our DTO. Let's leave the DTO the way it is. Let's send this, and then we can send our controller as well, because this is using AI as somebody who's going to audit us or correct us in case we go wrong, right? Let's go and grab our controller, bit.upload controller for the service. Do we really need to add? Yeah, I think it's good to even add that. So let's rename this to bit upload controller, and then this is for the health, just health controller. Yeah, for health, let's leave it the way it is. I'm just gonna copy this and go back here. See this. So we're gonna say we have this, we have the bit, and the next thing is just the metadata. No, processing DTO. Nope. We're gonna get the bit upload DTO, and we're gonna send the mapper as well. Let's go and grab our mapper. Okay, and then we can also grab our repository. I think this is like this is straightforward. Let's see how it can audit us. Code with AI. This is not vibe coding. Don't mistake this for vibe coding at all. This is coding with AI. It's almost like having a personal tutor guiding you in case you make errors. Hey, this is not correct. Okay, do it again. Try this. All right. This is solid start. You have the standard Spring Boot architecture, controller, service, repository, and you're currently using multipart. However, as senior dev reviewing this PR, I see 3 critical issues. You see that? Critical issues that will cause this code to crash immediately upon execution, and 1 security vulnerability. Here's the breakdown of what needs to be fixed before this merge is ready or is merge ready. The critical crash at request body versus multipart. In your upload controller, you're using request body. The problem, request body expects raw JSON. However, file uploads use multipart/form data. Spring cannot convert a multidata stream into a JSON object. To fix this, use at model attribute if you're sending a form with text plus file, or request part. Since your DTO is simple, you can even just unwrap it in controller arguments for simplicity, but let's stick to DTO parent properly. Now, the data integrity crash, nullable constraints. Okay. So let's first correct the first critical flaw. Can you see, bro? Like, can you see what you can learn like using AI? Oh my goodness, I'm super happy for this. Let's go to the bit upload controller. We are having a problem, right? Instead of this, let's go to model attribute. All right, so we're taking model attribute. And yep, that is fine. Model attribute is okay. Okay, the next thing is model attribute if you are sending a form with text file or request part. Let's just leave it as model attribute for now. See this video full. See which video are you talking? What are you talking about? How do you just leave a text like that? I mean, a comment like that. See this video full. You're funny, bro. What do you mean? First, try to elaborate. In your bit entity, you have string title is null. I mean, nullable false for original name. The problem, your bit DTO only contains the file. When you map DTO entity, title, and original file name remain null. When repository or save runs, the database will throw a constraint violation exception. The fix, you must extract the file name from the file object and manually set these fields in the service before saving. Security risk, unchecked extension get string, which should remain. You trust the user's extension. So extension is equals to original name dot substring. We grab the original name dot last index of. The problem, if a hacker uploads hack.sh or exploit.exe, yo, I didn't even think about this. On online clipboard, enter this code and it will come. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? I don't understand, bro. If you want to like take us out of context, please don't do that, bro. We are trying to lock in, okay? Unless it has something to do with what we are doing, it will make sense. But other than that, brother, come on, man. We're trying to lock in. So I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Implement a strict whitelist with pt3 and flag. The refactored solution is the corrected code. I have moved the hard-coded path to properties and fixed the errors. So the upload DTO is going to look like this. String title, add this, so the user can name the bit. Okay. what if I have a folder that has the metadata? Won't it make more sense? I don't know. Let's see. Fixing the controller. This consumes media type dot multipath from data value. I think let's leave it as that, and then we can use model attribute as well. Just watch 2 minutes, if not then close it. Believe me, not gonna lie, bro. What are you talking about, brother? I'm not gonna watch any video. I'm trying to lock in, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. What are you talking about? What's that video that you want me to watch so bad? What the hell is that? Multipath. I think it's multipath. Consumes something. Let's see. Consumes our media type dot multipath from data value. Okay, and that's what we want. Let's continue. What's that, bro? You look like CJ. Who's CJ, bro? Who's CJ? GTA. GTA San Andreas. Yeah, man. What's up? How y'all doing? What's good? Here we go again. I mean, wait. That part when it starts. Ding, 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 ding. I played CJ. I completed it, bro. I played that game until the end. You know when Big Smoke, I think it's Sweet. Big Smoke, I think he's the one who killed the mother of CJ, something like that. Bro, how do you still remember that from GTA San Andreas? But no, buff, buff me up. Bro, you're bullying me, bro. This is cyberbullying, bro. I don't like that. Okay. The robust service to do, move this application to the properties so that we can have something like this. Okay, we need to move this to the properties, and then we can have app.upload.directory. All right, and then whitelist allowed extensions. So private static final. Allowed extension is going to be list off. We're going to allow .wave, and this, so we shall just allow this 3. Okay. This is robust, valid. I like the way AI is living this, bro. Oh my god, I'm going to copy this. I can't lie to you. I'm going to copy this entire service and then drop it here in the upload service. Let's see. We're going to have errors, I know. Jesus Christ. Let's import this extension. Okay, let's import this service. Let's add this at service. I like the way AI really annotates these things with required argument constructor. Let's import this class. Let's import this class. Let's import list. Java util. Let's import DTO. Let's import multipath. Let's import input output exception. Let's import random UUID. Let's import the path from file. Let's import files.copy. Let's import the standard copy option, replace the existing one. Let's import the beat mapper, and then we can get import this request, but requests from our exceptions, and we can import the file just like this from file, and make that ensure this exists. Well, we have an issue here. This result is going to be ignored. This what the hell? This result will be ignored, so let's just leave it out. It's okay. Now we have something to do, right? We need to move this and we're gonna call it app.upload directory. So let's go and take this upload directory. I think YAML file will be something like this. app upload directory. Bro, what the hell is this? So upload directory, I think it's supposed to be like this. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Upload there. What do you think, bro? Did you learn servlets and JSP before Spring? Nah, I didn't really do all that, bro. I just went straight to Spring Boot just right after learning core Java. I didn't even waste my time with like Spring framework in general. I just took what I needed, which was Spring Boot. I feel like in time it will haunt me, right? But regardless, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. I just wanted to move faster and quickly, so that is all. Now let's go back to our bit service to see how we can import this from properties. So we can have like a string upload this. Let's try to do that. So let me copy this entire thing and paste it here. Just like that. I don't know why this is wrong. Let's just say here format this. Let's just say format this. Let's format that. What about you, bro? What are you learning? What are you guys learning actually? So far, nobody's telling me what they're building or what they're doing, bro. I don't know what's going on with you guys. App, it will look like this. Then I just need to call this upload dar, and then I annotate this with the value. Okay, that makes sense. What did this AI do here? I feel like it's still the same. How did it format it? Isn't it still the same? Still the same, right? Cannot resolve property upload.dar. Bro, why is this tripping, bro? Let's try to use it here. I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to leave this private string private, and I'll paste this, and this will be upload directory, and we can annotate this with add value. We can have, I think it's gonna be something like this. Yep. Oh, it's gonna be like this. Then hold on, bro, what am I forgetting? Just like this, and then we can have the dollar sign. We can have upload upload directory, and this should be okay. Yep, so we are good. Okay, we have that upload there. Now we can remove it from here because it's already in there, so we can remove this to do. Any future plans regarding cloud platforms? Speaking of cloud platforms, which one? I feel like AWS is better. That's what we're gonna go to as the next thing. Right after this, after learning how to handle uploading and receiving files from the user, after learning Rabbit MQ, the next thing is gonna be AWS S3 bucket and EC2. That's EC2 instance. That's what we're gonna be learning. So let's see how it goes, bro. So now, what we have here, we have a wide list allowed extensions. So these are the allowed extensions .wav and .mp3 file, and then we are receiving this file from the dto.file, and we are grabbing the extension, validate and get extension. So string extension is equals to validate and get extension file, and then we prepare the file system path. Okay, new file name, we make sure we add the extension to it, and then path target. Let's see how it goes, and then we can save the file as well. We copy this and then map and enrich the entity. Note, Mapstruct does basic mapping, but we must manually get set the derived fields. So bit is equals to bitmapper to the DTO. Then we can say set original path target.toString target path, and then we also set the original name to the file name as well. And then fallback, if the user didn't provide a title, use the file name. We use the file name to pick it from there if the user didn't. Yep, it's on another account. What is that? What is another account? Bit saved. We save this bit to the repository, then we return this. What's on another account, bro? Validate and get extension. This is what we do. Validate and we get the extension. I think that makes sense, right? We return extension, and then we are using extension here. My YouTube video. Oh, by the way, I'm also learning Spring these days. I actually spent a good amount of time exploring core Java and stuff like using sockets in Java, NIO, playing HTTP server libraries. Wow, that is way too much. I feel like you're doing too much. There are certain things you don't have to worry about. Why do you have to worry about all that plain HTTP server libraries and all that? You don't gotta do that, bro. But it's good though if you just wanna learn. Will you check out? You have a YouTube channel? Let me check it out. Send it. Let me check your YouTube channel. Matter of fact, let's take a little break, because you know I'm a little bit tired. So let's see. Can I change this? Will it change? Will it change? Has it changed? Wait, has it changed? Oh my goodness, has it changed? Okay, this doesn't change. I don't know why. It was supposed to change. Can change transition from this to this. All right, yeah. So when we are up, we count down. When we are down, we go up. Come down, go up, go up. Okay, I think it's good, bro. Let's try to stretch ourselves, man. I'm so fucking tired. Oh my goodness. How many hours have we been streaming for now? Yo, my boys, y'all don't have to see something. I'm chilling in my crib, you know. Oh yeah, my back, bro. Send me the stuff. Let me check it out. Send the link. Send the link, bro. Alright. So let's go back. Send the link. Let me check it. Did I show this? Okay, I hit it, right? Cool. Let me check out what you guys are saying. Affiliate link for what, bruh? No, don't send me affiliate link. I don't want to be affiliated or nothing, bro. Come on. I thought you were sending me your YouTube account so I can check your YouTube channel out. Yeah, you can send link. Sorry, bro. That's YouTube. Just tell me your name. Tell me, right? Type your channel name. I can check it out. Type your channel name. I can check it out. All right. That is it, my boy. So let's continue seeing what's going on here. I think this is fine. So safety allowed extension check stability logic to ensure title and file name are never null before saving to the database. Okay, now I have only one thing to make about this. I have this concept of bit upload DTO and also metadata. So I thought I would use this because I actually have the metadata DTO separately. That's why I have bit upload DTO having only the part the file. So I think that makes sense. Let's see. But why don't you use something like flow and typeless to give voice prompts? Wait, I think voice prompts are even here, right? There's no problem. I think you're right on that. Rather than typing too much, I think this can also allow me to add voice or something. I'll see. Just give it a sec. I'm also just trying to improve my typing speed. That's why. Oh my god, my computer is about to go off, bro. Can you see the way my computer is like 5%? If it was a Windows computer, it would be off now. I swear to God, if this was a Windows computer, this shit would be off now. Jeez. Wait a minute. Bros. Let me see. Hopefully this is not, it's not affecting anything. They provide additional formatting. Whisper flow and type list. Okay, I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try, seriously. Let me see. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear? Yo. Okay, yeah, you guys can see it here. That's cool. Let me hide this. And let me go check out this guy's channel, the one he's talking about. He's over advertising. He's doing some self-promo shit. Let's check him out. Let's see. You're stupid, bro. You're too stupid, bro. Like, why are you too slow like this, bro? I feel like you're too slow. This dude is slow as fuck. Let's leave this. Hold on. Could not connect to the server. Yep, I killed the server. Bro, that's not your channel, bro. Stop being a fool, bro. Shut up. What is going on here? What did I say, bro? Bro, why is this stuff? Oh my god, this stuff is just going beyond. Like, I'm saying, if you pay attention to what we had earlier, okay, I'm gonna say this is the service he gave me earlier. Okay, wait, how can I add this? Stop, bro. Okay, see, let's see if Google will allow. Emmanuel's microphone, no. Yo, hey Google, how are you doing? Yo, Oh, it's working. It's crazy. Yo, it's working. Here's the thing, brother. You want YouTube to copyright me, right? I think you hate me that much that you want YouTube to copyright my video. Calm down, okay? Relax. Wait, I think I'm not even on frame anymore because I pushed this. Oh, it's still on frame. Yep, still on frame. Okay. Disable the preview. You want YouTube to copyright me, bro? Calm down, man. Okay, we're gonna say you gave me this earlier. Alright, Google. So earlier you gave me this service that is only dealing with uploading files to our local storage for now, and later we can add the processing. So let's first handle only small tasks, which is making sure we can upload at least a bit or a file, mp3 file or whatever. We can easily upload it to our path in our local machine, and we make sure that we receive the bit in our local machine. After that, we can add the processing part of it, but for now let's just make sure we have it and it is stored in our database. I think that will make more sense. All the path is stored in our database. It could be the URL or the path, any of the two, but yeah, later we shall add AWS S3 bucket for uploading bits directly to S3, but for now let's just stick to only supporting the local files for now. What is this? All I say to Google? Is they uploaded to our path in our local machine? So that is it. Also, we have 2 DTOs for the metadata and the upload. So I guess we can add the title. Okay, so let's focus on upload for now. So let's paste this code. That's the code that we got from AI, and let's paste the controller as well, and we can go ahead and paste in our upload DTO and our mappers as well of the bit upload DTO. We are not using this metadata DTO, so we're not going to worry about it. Okay, so audit me accordingly, and also ask clarifying questions before execution. Okay, that is good, man. Bye forever. If you still not believe after the stream, just watch that video. If you think of what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? What's oh my god, bro? Why are you being so funny like this? So are you trying to bully me or something? Bro, we all have free will, brother. If you don't want to watch the stream, it's all good. You're welcome, bro. We're trying to focus and you just want to shift our focus to a goddamn video, bro. The video that has nothing to do with coding, bro. Goddamn. You know, why do people just act like this on people's streams, bro? If you don't want to watch the stream, it's fine. Bye, brother. You get it? Though it's not that. No hard feelings, man. I'm not gonna watch that video. Come on. Stop being weird, bro. That's so childish of you. You can quit right now, unsubscribe, do whatever the hell you want. Come on, bro. This is so annoying, man. Clean and follows the standard Spring Boot patterns for ingestion using add value for the upload directory. How do you just want to shift our focus from what we're doing to like some stuff? It was a coding video. Which coding video? You showed me this guy, right? What's his name? Let me go check him out. This Eric dude. You literally just showed me this guy, and this guy has like 1 million followers or something. You said it was your channel, and it's not your channel. That's why I quit. I'm like, that's not your channel. Stop lying. So this is this dude. What is that? What is he talking about? You see, any content that is here, it is copyrighted. And if I click it right now, they're going to claim my entire stuff. This, you don't know how YouTube works, brother. Calm down. So what is this? What is that? He has no live videos. He has no live videos, bro. Live video stream? I'm confused. Uh, some people love to get on people's skin. Like, I swear to God. Why, bro? Why? We're here to just vibe and have fun, bro. You send the correct one. Damn. Before you execute or move to Rabbit MQ, I have a few senior audit points and a couple of clarifying. No field formality. I am old. How old are you? If you're old, hold on. How old are you, bro? You funny yourself, bro. Are you on LinkedIn? Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, bro. Check it out here. LinkedIn. Check out the LinkedIn, yeah. Oh, my boy sent a very wrong stuff. Check out my LinkedIn there. And by the way, you guys, y'all gotta follow me on IG though. I be streaming on. I mean, I don't stream on IG, but I'm trying to grow the IG. You feel me? I'm trying to grow this IG. Get it? We have some decent views. We just started posting on it actually, and yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great on IG. It's not bad for a channel. I mean, for an account a page that is only 30 followers. It's crazy. So yeah, we're doing good on IG. Yeah, check it out, okay? You guys check the IG out. Let me add this stuff here. Please let me see the LinkedIn now. Okay, no problem. Let me pin the IG, pin this message. Look at this guy, bro. This guy is a weirdo, bro. I swear to God. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me go on the LinkedIn name. You want to see the LinkedIn name is here. It's Emmanuel Francis, bro. It's Emmanuel Francis here. See, you sent a connection request. What is your name? Oh, Adam Ali. Adan, not Adam. Okay, your name is Adan. Okay, Adan Ali. Do you speak Arabic, Adan? Aiden, I think your name is Aiden. Aiden Ali. Gold medalist. Backend engineer. Core Java. My boy said core Java. You're scaring me, bro. You're scaring me by saying core Java. Wait, you have a gold medalist. You have a gold medal in what, bro? Yes, but not that much. Oh, you're from Riyadh. Hold on, you're from Saudi Arabia. انت كيف عامل يا brother؟ ان شاء الله انت ان شاء الله انت بخير. كيف حالك؟ Something like that, right? Oh, okay. Where you from? Punjab group of colleagues. Ana Koyes. My boy said Ana Koyes. That means I'm fine. Boys, I know 4 languages fluently. Can you believe that shit? Fluently. Stop playing with me. Pakistan. Okay, that's interesting. Let me accept your connection request. That's good, my brother. I'm gonna send you a message as well. I'm gonna say, thanks for the follow, brother. Say hi to everyone. Alright, I was fine. You'll get it there. Let me see. I think I have a few connects too. People that sent me connections to it. Let me check them out. I'm just gonna accept anything that has to do with computer science. It's all good. What else is there? Nothing. Somebody mentioned me in a comment. Why is somebody mentioning me in the comment? It depends what you want to learn. If your goal is to learn Microsoft architecture, it would be crazy to do complex. It will be crazy to do complex projects for this purpose. The only reasonable way is to create simple projects and focus on architecture and infrastructure. I don't know what that guy is meaning, but yeah. Okay, see you guys. Fine. Yeah, go check out the IG, okay? Yeah, follow me on IG if you guys want to. Alright, so let's see. Abstract limitation. Our upload bit method, you call bit.this entity. Since your bit upload DTO only contains a multipart file and the bit entity has no field for a multipart, abstract will likely return an empty bit object. This is why your manual setters are doing the heavy lifting. Directory created. Your code assumes upload already exists. If it doesn't, file.copy will throw a none such file exception. You should ensure the directory exists at least once. The metadata DTO, you have the metadata DTO defined, but it isn't used in the upload flow. This is actually good design. The metadata shouldn't be provided by the user. It should be extracted by the system during the processing phase. Yep. So that makes sense. Transactionality. If the save fails, then database down, you'll already have a file saved on your disk. This creates orphan files. So let's see, bro, you behave like a blonde or black. I know you like Russian milk. Gay ass nigga. File name collision. You use random the disk for the disk storage, but saving the original name of the database this is excellent. Do you want the API to return the UID field name or the original file name to the final response to the original disk, or strip the extension, or cleaner UI? I think cleaner UI is better. So we ensure it exists before copying, and then yep. So let's see, cleaner bit dot this to bit. Okay, so I want to understand this first. Why is it so simple like this? Okay, we have multipart extension, and then path upload. We make sure it exists first, and then we create a new UUID plus the extension, and then file.copy. We copy the existing one, then bit mapper. We first map this, and then we add this. So I wanted to ask a question. Would you like to proceed? Okay. What if let's see. What if we add multipart inside the model? Will it make it so abstract implements it rather than using the setters, or which is better design? Let's see. What are you trying to build? Okay, I'm trying to build an audio processing up for now, but the entire platform is going to be a beat selling platform. But the biggest part of the beat selling platform is processing the audio. So we want to make sure we process the audio, and we can convert the WAV file to MP3, and then we can store like the MP3 version and add a tagged version, like the WAV file, which is the bigger size of, the higher quality of the audio. We can save it in a S3 bucket, and then we can have another version of that audio, which is going to be the tagged version, having the producer tag, that we can store as previews for the front end. Like in case people click the beats, they don't have to get the original beat, they just get the tagged version of that beat. So everything is going to be handled by the processor, and that's what we are doing currently. So we want to handle the processing part, and then later we can just take that whole thing and then convert it to the beat selling platform that I have. I think that makes sense. Architectural question. As a senior dev, my advice is do not put multipart inside your JPA. Here's a breakdown of why and how to handle Mapstruct versus Sarah's dilemma. Why multipart file is a model. In a model is bad design. Your model entity is a representation of a database row. Your DTO is a representation of network request. Persistence issues. JPA Hibernate doesn't know how to save a multipart file to a database column. It is a temporary stream of data, not a piece of metadata. Leak of concerns. Multipart is a web layer class, part of Spring Web. Your entity should ideally be pure, not depend on web layer frameworks. Serialization. If you ever try to serialize your entity to JSON or send it through Rabbit MQ, it will crash because multipart cannot be easily serialized. Now, the better design is hybrid approach. The most robust way is to keep the DTO and entity separate, but let Mapstruct do the most of the work. You don't have to manually call every setter if you use Mapstruct at mapping annotation with expressions. Redefine Mapstruct interface. You can tell Mapstruct exactly where to get the data from, even if the fields don't match one-on-one. So the target, we can have it like this. We ignore the path here because they are generated in the service layer. And then at target, beat status, constant expanding. So I think that is it. Bro, do you spend time designing things before starting projects, like class diagrams or something like that? It depends on the projects I'm building, right? Class diagrams, object diagrams, sequence diagrams, and these other things that are involved with UML, which is I think unified modeling, I think diagram or something, UML, no, language, all that stuff, ERD, entity relation diagrams. Well, it depends. Like for example, the beat selling platform, I already understand most of the, like what I need. Okay, the main thing is the beat, so we need the title, the metadata, and all that. I don't really think I need like a whole diagram. I can just write locally on, like with a paper, pen and paper, write down what I need. But 9 times out of 10, I just have to know the API endpoints and the data flow between the entities and the DTOs and all that. I just mental map that and I just code it out. But it depends on the project. If it's like a very complex project, yeah, it's good to have that. But if you're just working alone, you don't really need it, bro. I feel like as long as you understand. A good chief always tests his own recipe before serving. A good chef, you're saying chief, bro. Yeah, so it depends. It depends, really. It depends. What about you? Comparing the two approach, multipart is in model, DTO to entity mapping current, clean, high safety, high Mapstruct handles metadata, best practice, anti-pattern. So recommendation, stick with your current design where the service acts as the orchestrator. The service job is to receive the DTO, use the IO system to save the physical file, use Mapstruct to create the entity, and reach the entity with the side effect data, the file path, and the UUID before saving. So clarifying question before we move on. Now that we've cleared up the model versus DTO design, how would you like to handle the original path in the database? Currently, we are saving the original path, e.g. this. If you move your project to a different computer or server, those paths will break. Would you like me to show you how to handle relative path instead? I mean, we are fine like this. Okay, let's say, let me just do this. Limit resets. Oh my god, I have to 9:34. So I have to wait for some minutes before we reset the profile. Bro, I'm not angry at you. What are you talking about, man? Okay, so all right. Okay, I think we are good to go for now like this with our current design. I think for the relative path and all that, we should just add later we shall add S3 bucket. So we don't really need to worry about the path right now because I'm not going to change the path in my computer. But later, after we are sure that we have now the bits in the current folder that we've created, or that we've created using when uploading the bit, then it's easier for us to later just add the S3 bucket. So I think it's better like this. Let's see. Makes perfect sense. Sticking to the local path for now keeps the complexity low. You nail down the core logic, and moving to S3 later is a breeze because you already decoupled the file saving into a service. Since you're confident in the injection flow, let's wrap up this upload phase by ensuring the code actually runs smoothly and handles the correct folder creation. One small final tweak. In your current service, if the folder doesn't exist file, the copy method will crash. Let's add this called directories. I think I added, right? Did we add it? Ensure this exists. Okay, let me just go and add it, and then we can add a log. We shall log that into our stuff. So let's just grab this entire service. Wait, is it the entire service? No, the multi-part part. So let's just grab this multi-part section. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, let's just grab this part and we can just stop here. I think this makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. So what's happening is that we are grabbing this from the DTO file and we are validating this using this validation that is outside. This is a helper function or a helper method. Bro, I'm your biggest distraction. I know you like my anaconda and venom, but what are you talking about? We need to prepare the file system with a new file name. We are generating a random UUID plus the name of the extension and then the path, the target path, and then we just copy the files into the target path and then we can log the file, the path. After that, we just use our mapper to convert our entity to DTO, and then we just set the original path name and the original file name as well, and then we check if bit.title is equals to null and bit is empty. Then we set the title to the original file name, and then the bit we shall save this to our database, and then from there we just return the DTO. I think that is okay for now. Then that is okay. So let's just ask, is this helper function correct or it's not? Okay. Let's just say I updated. I updated it with what you said, and also is this helper method okay? Bro, can we Google Meet? I'll show you the size and bro. Oh my goodness. I didn't notice that the mic was muted, bro. At this point, you have the controller receive the service under the logic, the mapper translate, and the repository save the database. This is a quick checklist to guide on how to perform as a postman. Ensure the path this is accessible. Spring will try to create it and make sure you have permissions. Database, make sure your database running and bit stable exists. Properties, check the app directory is defined in your application, and we can test it in Postman. You cannot send a simple body, you must use form data. So we send to post, then we grab this API upload, and from there we select this, and that is that. Postman will automatically set it. So let's run our stuff and then we test it out. Oh my goodness, enable Lombok annotation. Oh. Well, the DTOs, hold on. I think we have these DTOs here. The DTO part is somewhere here. We can just grab this entire DTO. This is the same thing actually that we created earlier, and we can just import this at mapping from abstract, and we're good to go. So I think that is it. What is going on with this unmapped property file? I think we're good now. So let me just make sure our database is running. Docker PS, our Docker compose. Say Docker compose, not up in detach mode but down. Let's go to compose YAML. Compose YAML. Then we run these services. Make sure they're running. Okay, so they are running, and 2 out of 2 they are all running. Cool. We can even confirm from here. Say Docker PS. Okay, they're all running. So we can finally run our, oh my god, they're already running. So we just need to change this to application processing, and then let's run it. I'm not angry with you, bro. What are you talking about? Original file name, did you mean null? Okay, why is it giving us this as null? I think within our bit we have it, right? Let me take this off for now. We have it. Okay, data, my bad. Let me replace this entire thing, and let me just go ahead and replace this required args constructor, and this is fine. So let's try to run it one more time. Why is it giving us that? Hold on. Let me paste this to Gemini, and we want to pick this entire thing. I'm going to say the same thing for the bit status, for the original path and original file name. Wait a minute. What's our DTO? Let's look at our DTO. I think our DTO, we are just having this, right? So I think that's why it's telling us null. So let's paste this. Then we can grab this error message and say we have the same error message for the bit status, and also the original path and the original file name. So I have these 3 errors. Also same for the original path and bit status as well. So let's go ahead and pass our bit model here and see what's gonna happen. Wait, who's behind you? Oh my god. If you're using Maven, check your pom.xml. You need the abstract binding and the specific order. You need the Lombok abstract binding and a specific order in the Maven compiler plugin. So we need it to be like this. Somehow we need the compiler, Maven compiler plugin, and then we need the lombok and also mouse track binding. So I'm going to send my entire pom.xml so that you can understand. I think the issue is somewhere here within the plugins. We need mouse track binding here. So here is my mouse pom.xml. Let's see what it said here. I recommend creating for the output, or tell mouse track to ignore the file field. Okay, the response won't contain the binary file. Red eyes and dark. You're so stupid, right? The culprit is you have a classic configuration mismatch that's preventing lombok and mouse track from talking to each other. It's missing the lombok processor, and so let's go and add this to the entire build. Okay, let's start with the build here. Let's press that build. We'll refresh this. Why do we have this button? Okay, that's cool. Clear. And lastly, I think we have another thing, and then to avoid, we need to update this. So this is going to ignore this true, and where's the file? It's also going to ignore the file for the DTO. So I think we are good to go now. Let me close the compose, let me close this, and let me close this. Then let me just update the mapper with this information. So I feel like we're good now. So let's go ahead and run this application again. I'm calling you stupid because you are. How do you just have this funny? What do you mean? Some doll-like creature was there for a brief second. Is it? You attention-seeking fool, bro. You love attention way too much. Shh. Calm the fuck down, brother. Okay, before you make me crash out right now. So, here's the thing. We have collections here. Okay, we have collections here. I am going to close this overview, and I'm going to just create this, and I'm going to duplicate this and call this audio processing. Audio processing. And audio processing, we're going to have upload API / bits / upload. And then the same applies to this, get all bits. I don't think we need this really. Let me just delete this. We shall check it in the file if we have that. So let's go and try it out. Let's go to our form data. I think this is where's the form data, bro? Yes, so we need to send file, and then let's send any other bit, right? Let's send a bit, any random bit for that matter. I'm gonna go to my bits here, and I'm gonna make sure we have bits here, bits, and then let's try to use this bit. Yep, let's use that bit, and we're gonna have what's the name here? If I don't provide the name, it will just select that name, right? Okay, I think that's cool. /API/bits. That's fine. Let's go back to the upload. Let's try to understand something here. Let's go back first. We'll make sure we have that extension. Let's go to downloads. Here within downloads, we need audio processing, audio uploads. Actually, we don't have audio uploads, so let's see how that's going to work out. Let's go back here. Everything runs. So let's go and send a request, a post request. So let's send a post request. Bad request, file is empty. Okay. Why is it telling us file is empty? File is empty, status is 400, API bits /upload. Let's go to our controller to see if we have that. Okay. Upload, bits /upload, it's fine. So why is it empty? Is it this one? We have value here, right? I think we're just gonna call it file. Okay. Let's try to send one more time. Title is, file is null, but it's created though. So why is it written null? Let's go back here. We actually have this. We have this bit status, BPM, created at, description, duration, in seconds, format, original. All of them are null, right? Except everything here is null actually. So file saved to this. So we've actually saved the file here. I wanted us to have the actual name rather than random stuff. I think that would make more sense. Is copyright? Stop it right now. No, bro, that's my own beat. Who can copyright me with my own beat? Are you okay? So let's go back to our file. Now you see we have beat uploads. We didn't have this folder, but he created it for us. And we have this. Bro, this is wonderful, bro. No, it's working. Stop playing with me, bro. But we have a few errors that we have to fix. So we have a title issue. Let's go back to our brother Gemini. So we bro, what the fuck, bro? Why are you stupid, man? Why are you too stupid like that, bro? God damn. It worked. It created the bit inside the folder, and also it gave me this on Postman by still 200. Okay, and also, and then the rest of the metadata is empty for now. Intentionally, I guess, since we didn't add it. We shall add it after we include processing later. For now, I guess we're good, except I want the system to store the original name and original name rather than random UUID. I guess makes more sense. What do you think? Bro, you're so racist, bro, and that's stupid. That's not even a joke, bro. You get it? I'm not happy with that BS you're talking about. So listen, bro, if you don't enjoy watching us or you don't enjoy like the content, just unsubscribe or maybe go watch somebody else, because you're being so disrespectful and it is stupid. For real. That is stupid. You get it? It's not good at all. You think it's funny, but it's not, bro. It's not at all. You're just being stupid right now. So shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. Okay, let's go and add the service. Now, since we are going to no, I guess since we are gonna use S3 bucket in the feature the file name should be simple. Okay. No, you said something. You said something. Hold on, let me show you. Nah, that's some racist stuff, bro. I'll be working properly. Regarding your question about naming, I have to give you a procedure question using the original file name. Let's look at why the UID is standard practice and how to strike a balance. I use it better. Someone collision if a user A uploads bit.mp3 and user B uploads bit.mp3, the second one will override the first. Oh, that makes sense. A special character file names like my bit this can break S3 URLs or commands. S3 performance. S3 likes high entropy random prefixes from max scaling. We find a file on your disk is readable by self, we can combine a timestamp or database ID with the sanitized version of the original. However, since you already have the original file name in the database, you can always show the pretty name to the user UI while keeping the ugly unique name on the storage. Okay. Add a sanitation. Replace everything except letters, numbers, and dots with underscores. I don't think that's what I need. Original file, I'll get the original name, and then we can add the uniqueness, timestamp plus this, a new file, we can have character plus clean name. Which one should we consider, bro? Nah, bro, I didn't say anything bad. Alright, bro, no problem. It's all good, bro. God damn. You overstressing it now. It's fine, bro. Let's just sanitize it. It's okay. Let's create a sanitization helper. So that is going to sanitize our entire code so that we can have something to deal with. Let's create a new sanitization helper. That's going to be this, and then we can go ahead and use it. What's that? Okay. Everything, we replace it with this, and then we can just add a clean name just right before here. Before the random, we can add a clean name. Like for example, here we can say sanitize the original file name, and then we check for the path, and then that's it. So let's just go and grab the code starting from here up to multipath from data here. So that will have everything that we need, right? Except here. Yep, let's just replace it here. I think this is fine. Now what's going on here? Object required null. This will require null. let's first ask a question. Okay, is this okay? No, but not monkey. It's a very, bro, it's fine. Oh my goodness. It's okay. It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't stress it. It's fine. You get it? So I think now, let's see what we are missing. Unused import, UUID, and also this extension. Extension is never used. What do you mean we are not using extension, bro? Wait. We have clean name sanitizer. Wait, that means we don't have to validate this. Allowed extension. Where are we using allowed extension? I'm confused. Yep, allowed extension. I think this is cleaner now, right? Then we can have unused import for this, and then we can also have unused import for the list. So we can have this clean like this, right? And the next thing is I'm going to delete this entire path, this audio uploads, and I'm going to delete it, and it's going to check if we have it. Yes, if we don't, it will create a new one. Bro, are you making me cry? Bro, you are gonna piss me off the next minute. Bro, you're stressing me right now. Shut up. Listen, bro, here, right, when you say monkey this, monkey that, it is more like some rest is coming. You understand? So relax, bro. You good. Don't stress. Let's send this. Created. Why is it returning null? That's the question. So I want to understand, why does our JSON return null? Okay, so let's go back to our file. Let's see if we have that. Download. Yep, we have audio uploads, and then yeah, this is. Wait a minute. Why is it not? For some reason we cannot play this. We need an extension. Let me close this. We need an extension. God, we need an extension. We really needed the extension. I shouldn't have deleted the extension. For this to work, we need the extension as well. So I wonder why is let's go back to this. Let's say first we have an issue. We are returning null as response on postman. Is it okay? And also the extension is not being used here. Can we clean it up? The reason you see file null is that you're returning the bit upload DTO as your response. Since multipart is temporary stream that disappears after the request is processed, it will always be null when returning from the database. The fix will create a bit response DTO so that the user sees useful information instead of a null field. Okay, that is it. The title, the original name, and the local date time. Fine, and then we can update the mapper. Add this to the mapper. I think we already have it though. I think we already have it. And I've updated the standard to allow numbers and clean up the logic so it returns the proper responses. Extension, is it being used anywhere? Yep, it's using a multi-part form. Okay, I'll never say monkey to anyone. Can I say you dog? Yeah. Yeah, bro, I'm a dog. Yeah, use a dog. Dog is better, bro. Monkey is so racist. Even dog is like, bro, who's a dog, bro? Come on, bro. Are you for real, bro? Who's a dog? Calm down. I'm good, bro. Say whatever the fuck you want, bro. Don't be under pressure. You're good, my brother. So let's go and create this DTO. This is gonna be the I think what are we calling it here? We are calling it bit response DTO. So it's the same thing we can do as well here. Within the bit response DTO, let's create it as a record. Bit response DTO. Let's go ahead and create that, and then we can just replace it with this, and we can import the status as well as the local data. Emmanuel Francis, the German Shepherd who hunts Russian in the night. That's funny. I give you that, bro. You too funny, man. I can't even lie to you, brother. You're so dramatic, man. Okay, we have the mapper correctly, so let's just go and take this, and we're gonna say that is going to be our mapper. Just grab this mapper, replace it with this bit response. Let's import the bit response, and then we're good to go. Related problem. Okay, we have a problem. We need to be DTO. We're supposed to use the bit response DTO, which is what we are going to take next. This is just gonna be the service now. So within the service, we're just gonna wait a minute before we just copy anything. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with it. Let's stop from service here, delete this, then take this down, remove this, paste that. Then we can just import the bit response DTO actually. So let's see what's gonna happen. Bit response DTO. What's going on here? Let me see what's going on. Okay, the variable here, it should be bit response response DTO instead of upload DTO. Another related problem, we need to import this class, and we have another related problem. Let's see. This is going to be bit upload. So what else are we having a problem? Oh god, this controller is just going nuts. Let's say bit service dot upload bit, and then we add this DTO to it, and then what the hell? Oh, my bad. This is the problem. The response entity. You can tell me like the word bird, what you consider like monkey, or the any cause. Well, here's the thing, right? You know these colonialists, when they were colonizing Africa and most countries that are like having people that are dark skinned, they usually refer to Africans as monkeys just because monkeys are dark skinned, and we also dark skinned. So it's like they would literally bring bananas to us, like eat this banana and all that. You get it? So a bunch of BS. So when you start saying things like this, is so racist. I can't even lie to you, brother. I think we're good. Don't worry, bro. So I want to ask, why is extension? Let's go say why extension not use input, not use. It is just hanging. Let's see. And it checks cleaned up logic. Yep, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. So let's just pick this, and we can replace our entire logic with what we have here. So let's just grab this up to this part. Okay. Yep, I think it's good now. We don't have any problem. So the next thing we have to do is make sure our extension, our file here doesn't. Matter of fact, let's delete the bit upload. No, it is with command. Okay, so we don't have anything now, and if we add that bit, let's run our entire backend again. But like, funny, monkeys are not black, they are brown. It is weird. I don't understand. Monkeys are brown? What kind of nonsense is that? I've never seen a brown monkey. Are you meaning oh, maybe baboons or something? I don't know, bro. It's fine, brother. I'm sorry, bro. Okay. So yeah, we have the title. Boom. We have the original name, original file name. Boom. The title has no extension. Boom. The bit status pending. Boom. So what else? We have created at. Okay, let's look at this. We have the created at timestamp. So what next? We have to make sure we have that, and that is gonna be it for today. Let's look at this. Bit upload. Yes. Hey, 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 yes. Bro, it's working, bro. So now when we add the processing later, when we add the processing, then we can now, I think we are now left with the processing. So we can just add the processing tomorrow, my boys, okay? I don't want us to like keep the streams too long that I get tired and you guys get tired. So that is gonna be it. I feel like we can now send this to our GitHub, and that is gonna be the work for today. So we've literally worked a lot today, if you ask me, my brothers. We've worked a lot. So today what we stopped in locally sending our beats and everything that it appears here. So now the status, as you can see, is pending, right? And according to our status here, if we go to this status, well, as soon as it's pending by default, that means we already have the beat there. So the next thing we're going to do is that we are going to grab that beat that we already uploaded, and then we're going to process it. So that's where Rabbit MQ is going to come in. So tomorrow we're also going to do I think it's going to be part 4 of Rabbit MQ. We've done 4 parts now. The first 2 parts were just learning Rabbit MQ. Now, starting from tomorrow, we shall now see how we can incorporate Rabbit MQ into our project, so that as soon as we upload the beat, Rabbit MQ takes it from there and asynchronously processes it in the background using ffmpeg as well. And it will extract the audio, the MP3 version, right, out of any audio that we pass. It will create 2 versions of the same exact beat. So one will be a beat with a tag. I will have to upload my own custom beat tag. And then the next version will be a clean beat without a tag. So the tagged version will be what the users will stream on the front end. When the users land in our application, they'll receive that processed version that has the tag after every 30 seconds, or maybe after every minute, maybe something like that. I think 30 seconds makes sense. Every 30 seconds, it will inform you that, hey, this beat is for this producer. So go ahead and purchase it so that you can get the clean version and rap on it. You understand? It's to avoid theft and to just make the user know that this is not the high quality version. So as soon as they purchase, that's when we can now send them the high quality version. I think that makes sense, right? And then after processing the 2 versions, then now the status will change to completed. And if it has failed, we shall get the status as failed, right? In our response here. So that is what we shall do tomorrow. You get it, my brothers? So yeah, I like this series, you know, when we pick one thing and then we go in depth on it, and then later I can add this entire project, this entire concept on my project. I don't even have to do too much later. I can just copy this entire code base and then just take the parts I need, add it to my project, and then continue. So in retrospect, we're just creating my own project in as if we are also learning. You get it? We are learning as well as building. So that's the concept of the entire thing. I think that is it. I'm going to stop. I think I stopped this here. Now let's go and create this. Let me close this. AI, you've helped us a lot. Love you. Okay, we're gonna stop here for this. Let's go ahead and add this git hub, and yeah, that is gonna be our full audio processing application. You see, boys, we are building some insane projects that any person who can read this can go through your GitHub will be impressed. Like, oh my God, this dude is building projects that's not just tutorial based. Because, bro, tutorials will never teach you things like this. You understand? Let's call this audio processing. I think it's correct. Audio processing, we're just gonna create this. And I'm going to just go ahead and grab this starting from here. I think I can even start from adding readme file. And what's going on here? Okay, let's go back. And I'm just gonna say Command J. First of all, let's make sure we don't have any. Okay, let's bring this down. Docker compose down so that we can bring all these files down. Okay, then we can now say git init. We initialize git, and then we add git add dot. We add everything, warning, and then we just add this git, and then we push it as well. I think it's already pushed. Yep, it's pushed. Let's say git status. What's gonna happen? Okay, we are working on a clean working repository. Let's now refresh this. Then we can add. Let's just add a readme. And within this readme, we're just gonna get an MD for the readme. Let's go to Claude, and I think Gemini can give us a better readme. Let's say now, okay, let's grab this for the entire audio processing. Okay, let's say, all right. So for today, I'm going to stop in our app now, just uploading the file to our system. Tomorrow we shall start with the processing part. So I need a complete readme file, or you can just give me the readme.md version of it that I can just add to git and showcase everything that I've done today, and tomorrow we can just continue from there. I think that makes sense. What is that? Serial P. Oh my God, what's that? Oh, bruh. Okay, so here's a professional readme.md that highlights your progress today. It's written to show off the technical decisions you've made. Okay, let's go and add this entire thing. Next steps tomorrow is gonna be that. So that is it. Let me just copy this, and let's go back to our GitHub. And let's add this. So we have this part, which is great work, rest up. I will be ready when before we start tomorrow, make sure you have Rabbit MQ running or use Docker compose file. Okay, final tip for tomorrow. It's okay. So this is fine for now. Let's just preview. We'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is everything we have. Oh, why does it look ugly like this? Oh my goodness, it looks ugly. I don't know, it looks ugly. Let's say, can we just use Claude? Okay, get me a cleaner version since this looks so crumbed up. Let's see if it can give us a cleaner version. Is it really gonna do it? I don't know. Let's see. Cleaner, more professional readme. Let's try this. Next step. Okay, let's just leave it like this. Okay, let's add this. Yo, what? Why does it look ugly like this, bro? What the hell is this? No. Okay, I'm gonna say let's just use Claude because this stuff doesn't know what I need. Claude. Let's use Claude. Supplement. That's it. I've never taken any supplement for nothing, so I don't know. Get me a clean readme markdown for this. Let's get a clean markdown. Copy and paste. Let's see. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. God damn. Just like this. This is all I wanted. Project structure. So this is the entire thing. Yes, this is what I wanted. The entire markdown. Just like this. Yup. I think this is fine if we preview this. Yes. Yes, let's commit changes. Let's fucking go, bro. Go. Yes, my boy. So we have a very clean MD. If we go now here, and you can see we have, boom. You have some clean, bro. I regret not coding this. I coded this day, but I didn't push the changes. Also here, I coded, but I didn't push the changes. But it's okay. I wanted to code the entire year, bro. I want to keep this shit green like the entire 2025, 2026, bro. Can we do that? We keep this green. Like, let me go to 2026 alone. Yes. Can we keep this entire, like, this entire thing? Can we keep it green, bro? I will code every single day until it's all green. No problem. Let's go to repositories. Let's see. We have audio processing. Bam. Yes. 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 This is what I want, bro. Yes. Oh my God. I'm super happy for this, bro. So we have a clean project. Okay, we have a clean project, audio processing. I think that's gonna be it for today, my boys. Let me stop here, and yeah, let me look at how long we've been streaming for. Close this. We've been streaming for 3 hours. Not bad, bro. 3 hour stream is not bad at all. Yes. You check his advantage for me. You just got a glimpse or check the price, you'll be surprised. Base focusing. Okay, I'll try it out. I'll try it out. So I think I'm gonna stop here for today, boys. We've really done a lot today. So thank you guys for watching. If you've been watching up to this point, I appreciate you so much, my brother. You get it? I owe you my heart, brother. I owe you my soul. Yeah, I'm gonna go off now, bro. I'm gonna go off. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm going off now. Meet tomorrow, bro. Hey, listen though. Tomorrow I'm gonna start the stream very early in the morning, right? Tomorrow is a Sunday, so I'll probably stream for more than 8 hours tomorrow. If we don't stream for 8 hours tomorrow, it will probably be 10 hours. I promise. So tomorrow we have an 8-hour stream or a 10-hour stream. It do depend. But tomorrow we're gonna stream a lot. So come ready with your coffee, your tea, or whatever. We're gonna sit down for 8 hours straight. Yeah, we're gonna stream for 8 hours straight tomorrow, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay? Yeah, so here's the thing, boys. Go to like my Instagram up there. Just go drop a follow on Instagram. It's linked in the chat, bro. You see the chat up there? See my IG there. Just say hi, say hi. I'm not, bro. I'm gonna stream for 8 hours tomorrow. 8 or 10 hours straight. We're gonna be sitting down for 8 to 10 hours. No cap tomorrow. Yeah. 8 hours is 8 times 6, 60 times 60. That's how many minutes? It's not too much, bro. We're gonna stream for 10 hours or 8 hours tomorrow. Trust me on that. Woohoo! Removing these glasses is almost like I'm gonna become blind or something. So yeah, tomorrow just come ready for the stream. We gotta stream tomorrow. So I say, boys, go to my IG, bro. I wanna see y'all follow this stuff on IG right now. I wanna see y'all follow the IG. Alright. If you guys wanna say hi, bro. Let me catch y'all on IG. Count on IG, brother. How will it be? I don't know. You want some crazy shit, brother? Yo, bro, I left the IG up there, bro. Y'all didn't follow. What the hell going on with you guys? What's going on with y'all? Go, bro. Go follow the IG right now. Right now. Okay. That's gonna be it, bro. Let me close this. IntelliJ. What else? Alright, that's it. Let me close IntelliJ. IntelliJ is closed. Let me close Postman. But I wanna see this shit go up, bro. I wanna see this shit go up. Can you see? Did I change this though? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's okay, bro. See you tomorrow. Let's fucking go. Go follow IG right now. Okay, bye guys. Tomorrow, bro. Let me see. Okay. Let me